Welcome to AG's Ace. Simone Biles, the American superstar gymnast whose name is associated with a lot of glitz, glamour, and fantastic records, has really stirred it up at the Tokyo Olympics. And she has done it in a different way. And this time, she is saying that she is affected by mental pressure. It is bothering her, and she wants to opt out of the Tokyo Olympics. So far, it has been restricted to one particular segment. What will happen in the individual events also next week remains to be seen. But this is a very big news, and there are quite a few factors behind it. Let's take a look at what exactly is going on with Simone Biles at Tokyo. Now, US superstar Simone Biles will not defend her Olympic title. The American gymnastics superstar withdrew from the all-around competition to focus on her mental well-being. USA Gymnastics said in a statement that 24-year-old is opting to not compete. The decision comes a day after Biles removed herself from the team final following one rotation because she felt she wasn't mentally ready. With a combined total, and let this sink in, with a combined total of 30 Olympic and World Championship medals, Simone Biles is the most decorated American gymnast and is regarded by many to be the greatest and most dominant gymnast of all times. Biles is the gymnast with the most world medals, 25, and most world gold medals, 19, having surpassed Vitaly Sherbo's record of 23 world medals by winning her 24th, 25th, both gold at the 2019 competition in Stuttgart in Germany. Simone will continue to be evaluated daily to determine whether or not to participate in next week's individual event finals. The American Sports National Governing Body has said in a statement that sounds more like a last desperate sign of hope, a statement of hope, but it mirrors more despair from their side because they are going to lose their trump card. Now, mental pressure needs to be tackled with great sensitivity. Olympics are about anxiety, fear of performance, which is faced by all athletes. But if it happens to Simone Biles, then it is a big problem. She also suffered sexual harassment at a young age, among others in the US, which is another backstory that is yet to be fully resolved. On January 18, 2018, Biles released a statement on Twitter confirming that former USA gymnastics physician Larry Nassar had sexually assaulted her. She also named the USA Gymnastics for having an alleged role in allowing the abuse to occur and not doing enough to stop it. In fact, she used the phrase that they subsequently tried to cover it up. So it's quite messy. Biles, according to me, is sending a straightforward message to all the athletes in the world. And the message is, if an athlete doesn't feel like it, they won't do it. This message would be a trendsetter worldwide. Recall how tennis star Naomi Osaka felt the pressure of mental health facing media questions. She said she would not be doing any media interviews. That riled the French Open management, if you recall. They tried to penalize her and climb down, but the result was that Naomi Osaka, one of the best tennis players in the world from Japan, backed out of the French Open and later also stayed away from Wimbledon. She did return to the Olympics, but it was in a half-baked way because she was away from the competition for quite some time. She had taken a break and she got knocked off in round 3. But Naomi Osaka is a name to contend with, and she needs to be closely watched in future about how she tackles this problem and the strong message that she has sent out. Now, the undeniable fact is that around the Olympic Games, there is tremendous media pressure. The media mirrors expectations of the people of the country they represent. I want to take you back in time. Recall the story of Nadia Comaneci of Romania, whose life changed after recording a perfect 10. A 5-time Olympic gold medalist, she recorded 10, all in individual events. In 1975, at the age of 14, Comaneci was the first gymnast to be awarded a perfect score of 10 at the Olympic Games. At the same Games in Montreal, she received 6 more perfect 10s for events en route to winning 3 gold medals. From then on, she became the biggest star of gymnastics and popularized the game internationally to a massive extent. But her problems began back home, where she was virtually kept under house arrest or detention after her coaches defected to the United States to escape the communist regime. There were also stories of her being allegedly troubled by the rulers of Romania at that point in time. This is before the revolution happened. Finally, Nadia relocated to the US and married an American gymnast too. Now, gymnastics, like other sport, is now about a couple of things. It is about winning, it is about branding, it is about money and managing the expectations around all of this. But the basic message from Simone Biles is she doesn't want to take any more pressure. She's had enough. This is okay from Biles, but maybe not so from lesser known and younger athletes. Now, there are a couple of reasons for it, according to me, and I'll take you through it. First is they won't be noticed. Second, straight references to whether the International Olympic Committee is willing to help the lesser known athletes. And third, now the lid is open. It is wide open. It is there for everyone to see. Three-time Olympic gold medalist Ali Raisman criticized USA Gymnastics and the US Olympic Committee for a lack of leadership in supporting athletes. She said, USA Gymnastics has been an absolute disaster for years, and unfortunately not enough has changed for us to believe in a safer future. But I think this just really shows the lack of leadership of USA Gymnastics and the United States Olympic Committee. She said this during an interview with CNN. Michael Phelps, the great swimmer, the most decorated Olympian in history with 23 gold medals, said that seeing Biles leave the arena broke my heart, but said her actions would make waves far beyond this year's Olympic Games. And to quote him, I hope this is an eye-opening experience. I really do. I hope this is an opportunity for us to jump on board and to even blow this mental health thing even more wide open. It is so much bigger than we can ever imagine. So yes, it is wide open now. Thanks for watching AG's Ace.